Nice wee drum roll. Hello, good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, you're on the panel at the moment, is? Exactly. Is Port Bear. Afternoon, Port Bear.
How we doing, mate? Afternoon, right, everybody.
Two changes today. I'll give you the team, mate. Team today is McGregor, Tavernier, Golson, Hollander, Barisic. Same back five.
Yep.
Kamara, Davis and Aribo, which I think will be the main talking point. With Arfield, Morelos and Kent up front. Substitutes, Foderingham, Jack, Ojo, Defoe, Flanagan, Katic and Stewart. So I think the two talking points will be Jack on the bench and maybe Arfield starting. Port Bear.
Aye, I never seen that coming, Ox. I definitely didn't. I thought it might be, if it was going to be rotation, it'd been rotation elsewhere. Definitely no Ryan Jack. But it's well documented about his knee problems and stuff, so maybe he's done a lot of miles in the last few games, wearing international duty and stuff. Maybe he's just looking after him, mate, wrapping him up for, maybe a bigger important game. I'm not sure, but he's probably just managing Ryan's injury, mate.
Aye. Well, I don't know if it's an injury or a sort of ailment he's got or a condition, but look, the way he plays, he does a lot of miles, doesn't he? He's not a sitter, is he? He's all over the pitch,
He used to be, he's a sort of holding midfielder, didn't he? When up at Aberdeen, he wasn't. The miles he does at Rangers knew over the park. I mean, he covers every blade of grass. So I think we know about this wee thing he carries and he manages it very well. He's already highlighted the Rangers medical staff, work with him very well on this. So I think that's probably what it's done to, mate. But at Ibrox today, so we might be playing a bit more expansive. Get Joe Rebo in there and let him get forward. Because we have noticed Ryan Jack does get forward a lot more. So maybe Rebo he has to do that job. But he will need to cover. If he's on the same side as Jack covers, he maybe need to cover Tavernier. Although he's left footed, doesn't he? So he might be on the opposite side.
I might swap him over. And obviously, Arfield playing. You surprised at that? I mean, obviously, Arfield's been in the press a lot in the last 48 hours as such, documenting some issues he's got off the park. I mean, that's his business, and I hope everything works out for him and his family going forward. But are you surprised at Arfield starting, mate?
Mate, because I seen in the presser that he says Jordan Jones 100%. So I thought maybe we could have seen him today because it's Ibrox. Get him on that big expansive pitch, let him run into grass. But he did say, he spoke about Arfield's, on and off field problems he's got at the moment. Maybe just try to play him through it, mate. Help. Maybe that's the best way Scotty wants to deal with it, is being on the park and playing. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I
don't think you'll see Jones put to. You maybe see him with a couple of cameos. I don't see him coming straight in and starting, mate. I don't even know if he's played any games with development squad, etc. I don't think Gerrard would do that.
No, you're probably right. He'll probably ease him back in. I think he's got in the gaffer's trust again as well after that mad, red card he got against the Moonhowlers. I just think that's just the way it is. It's just he's just going to earn Gerrard's trust again. But I just feel because
is that the manager's trust who was sent off after 45 seconds against Everton?
Aye. I suppose you're right, mate. That's pot and kettle, isn't it?
I remember that. He came on as sub, I think, the manager, didn't he?
Aye.
In a minute, he was walking off.
He was off, yep.
Aye. What happens, mate? Anybody that's played football, it's no the rush of blood, hasn't he played football?
Oh, especially if you come on and you see your biggest enemy. He's another Ireland, player. He supports the Rangers and he's come on there. I think you or I would probably say, mate. You just come on, you're trying to make a name for yourself, and bit a stupid way to do it, but it won't be forgotten what he did, will it? I noticed as well, Docs, regarding the press conference as well. I was looking at it, right, and I was listening to what Gaffer and that was saying. See the media, by the way, see the amount of questions. Do you know, in 13 minutes of that interview, and it was Tavernier and Gerrard, they only asked one question about, Hearts or Rangers a day. One question. Everything else was about finances, Morelos' price, Kamara going. It was annoying to watch. I don't feel we're getting decent pressers anywhere because we don't not find any opposition. That was the whole point of a press conference. You used to get information, just like we're doing now. We're talking about injuries, who's available, who's not available. I just feel the pressers are becoming an absolute joke now, mate.
Well, I don't know if it's the pressers or the press.
Aye, well, it's definitely the press. 100% it's the press. But it's just I was watching it this morning before I come on. I just felt, Jesus Christ, they've not asked a question about Hearts yet. We don't know nothing about Hearts yet. Who's lining up or anything. They miss the boat all the time.
Just been sent a picture with a skipper. It's a cracker. It's a cracker. Or is it skipper? But we'll find out. So, look, I think you're right, mate, but that's a whole different debate. We're here to talk about today's game. So, 4-3-3, Barisic, Tad pushing forward. I'm interested to see where the Hearts team is, to see if the big one's playing or Naismith's playing.
Well, I've looked at that, and what I've noticed is Austin McPhee has basically, every game he's played, he's changed their formations. The first game he played, it was a 4-3-3. The second game he played was a 3-4-3. And then when they get scud at AFCON Marnock, they were playing a 4-1-3-2. You can't do it every week, Ox. You can't change a formation like that every single week. You're on the pitch. I know sometimes you might need to tweak things to try and stop other teams playing stuff like that through you, but you can't do that. I mean, that's absolute manic. The players must know if they're coming or going. But one thing I think the game's dangerous today, Ox. I don't know if you agree. I think it's going to be a dangerous game. They're a team that, are not expected to do nothing. And I think when teams are like that, that's when teams are a lot more dangerous. They've not really got a care in the world when they win, lose or draw, but if they get a result, they'll be more than happy.
Looks to me as if they're matching up, because Walker's playing Naismith and it's a pizza. So that looks as if they're playing a 4-3-3 as well, mate.
Aye, well, he played that his first game in charge. That's him getting back to, and that was nearly, 5 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago? Mm-hmm. So he's getting back to his original tactic. And let's face it, that seems a dangerous front line, doesn't it? That seems a handful. You've got your Guyler, Naismith, you've got your power of Pizu, and then you've got your Walker. He's quite a tricky wee nimble guy, you know what I mean? So you've got the best of three there. I think on paper it looks like a good forward line.
All right, we'll be joined by a caller. Afternoon, caller.
How you doing, boys? It's Bournemouth.
How are we doing, Bournemouth? What do you think of the team, mate?
Aye, I just maybe resting Jack Young Ox. Big game up in Aberdeen on Wednesday. Then we've got the cup final and
it's big games. If it was just Aberdeen, I think you would be playing, mate. I think it's the volume of games.
You've got the scumbags next week, and then we've got the European game. So it's just all. Arfield's another one, and I don't know what's going on in his life. I've seen something in the news today, personal problems, and hopefully maybe gets a goal today and gets his confidence back as well. It's just all about the 3 points again, isn't it? This is the biggest game of the day before we move on to Wednesday.
Exactly, mate. It's 4 weeks the day we go on a break, and between now and then we've got massive games. You can't win anything apart from the League Cup this month, but you can certainly lose things.
Well, that's it. But it's all about the 3 points. As you say, you're not going to win the league this month, but if we drop a good few points, we can certainly lose it, because obviously the other side, they just keep winning and all, so the pressure's back on us today to get the 3 points and maybe a few goals, hopefully at Ibrox. First time we'll be back at Ibrox for about 3-4 weeks or something.
Well, the European game against Porto on the 7th of November, which is approximately, nearly 4 weeks away. Before that, we played Motherwell on the 27th of October, the 2-1 game, yeah?
Right.
And before that was Hamilton on the 6th of October.
Aye, so it's good to be back, innit? Hopefully they come out early. Hopefully they start off. It's about time we had a good first half for a change. Instead of coming out slacking, being under pressure and having to be fired up at half time, hopefully we can maybe come out in the first half and get the couple of goals in the first half that sets the tone, you know what I mean?
Aye, well obviously you want to get early goals. We got early goal last week against Hamilton. and then we hit the post with the Kent shot. And I'm convinced if that had been in, Port Bear would have run out 5 or 6.
That'd be my cricket score, Ox. And I'm hoping the same day. And I know I said earlier on that Austin McPhee's and Hearts are a wounded team at the moment. There's nothing for them to lose, and that's a dangerous cocktail. But like Bournemouth says there, if we get an early goal, it seems to settle us right down. And I think, if we get an early goal, it could be, I'm going to say 4-1 a day, Ox. If we get an early goal, I'll say 4-1. I really do. I really believe it, because I think they're a team that's hurting, but they're also, they're a very poor side. They're really, really poor. Their players don't suggest that when you look at their team, but they are playing really, really poor. And I think partly the reason is Austin McPhee just changes it far too many times, mate.
Aye, well, they need direction, need a manager, but that's no their problem. Maybe it might be a good time to get them if they've had enough of Austin McPhee. That's
what I'm saying. The players as professionals must be thinking every week, what's going on? What's going on here? It must be very confusing for them. And ideally, it's not the best setup for them to be also waiting to find out if Austin McPhee's going to get the job. I'm led to believe there's another manager going to be announced, but it must be so disturbing for the Hearts team as a whole.
You happy to see Morelos there at Bournemouth?
Aye, the boy's he's got to keep going, Ox, hasn't he? Just keep him going. I hope he's still got that snarling face again today. I think it was Alec Ray said in commentary the other night. He just always looks so unhappy, doesn't he? But when he looks unhappy, that's when he seems fired up and gets the goals. So the guys, what a turnaround! What a turnaround in the guy. I mean, I remember I was talking to you, Ox, at the club when he gets sent off at Parkhead, and I think I was one of the ones away back at the time. I'm like, right, get shot at him. But what a turnaround. The boy is absolutely phenomenal.
You're thinking about that. That was about 8 months ago, so it's some turnaround.
I remember saying to you, Ox, I remember saying at the time to you at the table when he gets sent off, I said, right, that's that, enough's enough. We can't keep doing this. I would get shot at him, and as you say, 8 months, what a turnaround. Brilliant.
Gets a couple of the day, mate. He's heading towards 30 Port Berth before Christmas.
He's definitely on track, Ox. There's no doubt about that. He's definitely on track for reaching that figure, and I strongly believe he will reach it. If he stays injury free and keeps scoring in the manner that he's scoring, then there's no doubt he will definitely reach that figure, mate.
I think that's a big worry now, guys. Really, and it's keep them fit with all these games. Like the day, because our Hearts will kick lumps at them. You know what I mean? It'll be the same against Aberdeen on Wednesday night. And then we need to keep him fit for the final and all. So it is hard, but the guy's strong, and as long as he keeps putting the ball in the net, I'm sure we'll be successful.
I think the problem we've got is, at the moment, there's no easy games because of the situation we're in. And if the manager makes a big call, try to give the wrong people a rest, he's opened himself up to a shuriken. Port.
Every game, I think, in the moment for us, every game's a final, in my opinion. I just think, we're 2 points or 1 point away from falling half points with the Moonhowlers, so we're trying to keep that gap closed. We're trying to keep ourselves in cup competitions because we want to win silverware on every front, even in Europe. I know I'm a big one for saying it was gravy, it was extra to me, but I've really enjoyed the whole, journey in Europe this year, because I'm like seeing us, going against the big European sides and Hod Murray. I'm really pleased about that. But we're only, we're literally 1 game walks away from disaster, dropping points or, get knocked out of cup competition. And I just feel that's the pressure you have to live with at Rangers. These players, you're probably learning on the job, some of them, because they've not came for lower clubs to that height. But they're certainly know where they are now with playing with pressure, mate.
Aye, pressure and expectations. You go to Feyenoord and you get a big game, big result, and you come back Bournemouth and everybody's saying, well, thanks very much, but you need to go again and get another result Sunday.
I think sometimes when you switch it on all, it can be a good thing. You know what I mean? With all these big games, you know yourself playing football now. If you're constantly playing big games, you get hyped up and you're right up for it. See, remember you used to say we were playing in Champions League football, whatever, and you play against a big team on a Wednesday night, and then it's playing Raith Rovers or whatever on a Saturday. It's a bit of a thing. But just now we just be playing big games. It's constant big games, and I think that's what's keeping them going. It's momentum in it.
Aye, good point, mate. I mean, obviously, they're not doing a lot of training. Pros like games, Port, as you know. It's just to be getting your info in about the opposition, and then you start looking forward to the next game, the next game, the next game, you know.
I mean, there can't be a lot of training at the moment, you know, especially with the run of games we're in at the moment, and that's going to continue. I just think what will be doing, as you're saying there, the information will be getting leaked in verbally. They'll be doing some, you know, light ball work, some light running, but other than that, they'll be resting up, patched up, and getting ready to go. And as Bournemouth says there, once you're playing at that level, where you're winning week in, week out, and you know you can't drop, that breeds confidence. And through the team, I can see players, you know, getting more confident, you know, every week. There's a few still to reach the same level as the rest of the boys, but there's definitely, I keep saying this, there's something happening at Ibrox right now. You know, between the boardroom right up to the playing staff, there's something happening magical, and I just feel, you know, this is one of the best years in a long time we've had at Ibrox. You know, and long may it continue. I just think we're playing really well, Ox, but we just can't drop. We can't drop levels. That's what it's all about at the moment. We just cannot drop. So it makes total sense to me that he's taking like Jack out, and maybe you might see other ones get a wee rest over the next couple of weeks, depending, not the next couple of weeks, but not against Aberdeen, not against the Moonhowlers, but in other games, smaller games, you might see other ones getting rested, because it's a long road ahead, mate, to the end of the year.
Well, they would try to get them 4 weeks a day, mate. I think we get 7 games in 4 weeks, Bournemouth.
Aye, it's also good with, you know, we're talking about Morelos with the yellow cards and the red cards, but through suspensions, and I don't really think they're them on a tightrope either, which is also good, especially if you're not picking up injuries and you've not got MD on suspension. You can rotate 1 or 2 players now and again, you know, but it just keeps that momentum with the team going, and it's still a strong team.
Maybe he's thinking goes out there and gives Davis 50 minutes, then takes him off, puts Jack on.
Aye.
What have you done to your team? Have you weakened it? A lot of people would argue at the moment you've improved it. You know, the manager's getting a lot right for me, Bournemouth.
Well, he's not doing anything wrong at all, is he? He's getting better and better. I mean, I was talking to boys in work the other day, and they were saying, with the Rangers fans and that Frankie Gerrard, that I said, his European record speaks for itself already, doesn't it? When you look at he's running Europe, all the qualifiers, everything. He's starting. Maybe last year was too early in the league. He had to suss that out, but he's certainly coming good now. The players that he's brought in, you can't argue with anything really. Maybe the old firm game at the start of the season, he admitted himself. He went with the 4 with no wingers. That's not a real mistake I can think.
Aye, you got it wrong that day, but anyway, that's behind us now. So if people want to join us, what's the number, Port Bear?
0141 356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. We were brought into the call by Old School Blue. Right, how do you see it going today, Bournemouth?
Hopefully, as I say there, hopefully we get an early goal and march on to a 3-0 or a 4-0. If we don't, and it becomes a sluggish performance in a battle, we'll go back to taking a 1-0 win. But I'm confident they'll come out flying today. I think we'll score early and Hearts will collapse, and it could end up 3-4, maybe 5.
Oh,
I'm looking for a big performance for Aribo. I'd like to see Aribo play today. I don't know where he'll end up playing, because he's kind of, sometimes he plays a bit forward, sometimes he plays a bit back. Hopefully he gets further forward today. I'd like him to maybe get a goal or 2 today. A big performance for him.
Aye, maybe found it's not as easy as he thinks, mate, to just get placed in the team. You've got to perform.
Aye.
What about yourself, Port Bear?
As I said earlier on, I'm going for a 4-1, but because of our performances recently, we were slow starts, I feel we might be doing 1-0 first, and then it'll be a strong game after that. I think sometimes, for some reason, Rangers react. They're a reactive team. Sometimes, when they start slow, if the worst case scenario happens where Hearts will score a goal, then they come out the trap. So I still believe we'll win the game strong, and I'm going to say 4-1, mate.
I don't want that, Port. My nerves will no handle that.
No, I know, mate. I'm just going on you know,
I know,
current form and stuff.
It was the same the other night, even Feyenoord or whatever. It always seems we need to go behind, or we need a sluggish 25, 30 minutes before they really go for it. You know what I mean? It'd just be good to see them come out at Ibrox and just go for it. Just go for it for the word goal. You know what I mean? But Hearts are a wounded animal, and it can work both. It can work two ways really. They're starting to lose, as you said. They could come out and just go for it. You know what I mean? And put us under pressure, but. I think if we do get the early goal, then we should be all right.
I know, I agree with that, mate. I agree if we get the early goal, it'll be a different game. But I'm just going on current form and the way Rangers react. All the Hearts players as well are basically showing the next manager they want to keep their jobs, aren't they? So, as you said, these games can work in both ways.
They've got nothing to lose, you know. They know that they might have a word in the dressing room that somebody's coming in during the week or whatever, and they're thinking, right, well, we're playing for our places here. We may as well just go out and go for it today. You know what I mean? So we've got to be right up for it today, same as every game, but we've got to be right up for it.
We've dropped 5 points this season, and 2 of them were against the Hearts. You know?
Exactly, aye. Going on the cup final, I wouldn't say we've got much to the semi-final. Sorry, we wouldn't have much to worry about, but. As Port said, it's a different game if we go a goal behind, you know what I mean? You've got to up your game again.
Max just messaged me, he's went for 7-0. Just back to the top of the league. And I'm going for 2-0.
More conservative. How do you see it going, though? Do you see you hoping for a fast start yourself, or are you thinking slow again, the usual?
No, I think we'll come out the blocks. I'll be interested to see where Arfield plays. I don't know if Tavernier might get that space and Arfield will move in one, because I don't think he's effective playing out, if you like, the outside right position. You know, I know we have a lot of movement with our team, but I just don't feel that's going to get the best of him. I think he's got to be close to our centre forward before you get the best out of Arfield, in my opinion. Or could there be a wee change that Kent or Aribo could be playing out there and Arfield's in the midfield?
Well, that's what I know. I was thinking that myself when you said the team lineup, but what it states for me is I think Aribo will be on the left side of a centre three, so you're going to have Aribo, Kamara, and Davies. So I think Arfield's got to stay on that right side to help Tavernier, mate. Unfortunately, but I know what you mean. Arfield's best form for us was the end of last season, where he was more central alongside Jermaine Defoe. That seems to be his position.
Kent on the right, Aribo on the left, and Arfield playing forward with Kamara and Davis sitting.
Right, aye, that works. That's like a 4-2-3-1 almost. You could change it to, but it will be a 4-3-3. I know what you're saying. Aye, definitely, mate, that can work. That can work. And that is, as I say, that is his best position for me in that more central role.
Ryan Kent, the last 2 games has been excellent. Bournemouth.
Aye, he's coming on again. You can see he's getting his fitness snap back, and he loves the place. So he said that when he left, and he always wanted to come back here. And he's found somebody, he's found home, as he calls it, and it was just about getting his fitness up. I think that's him up nearly virtually 100% now. He was quiet in the first half against Feyenoord. He done no too bad. His Hamilton game, he started brilliant at the shot, I think just off the post, didn't he? And then obviously the left footer, and then the third goal. It'd be good if he can chip in, with 10, 12, 13 goals through the season. Aribo can get some goals and that and all. It helps along the way, doesn't it? And it doesn't leave it all to Morelos all the time.
Correct, mate. Correct.
That's the thing, Oxford Rangers. Rangers have got goals. For me, they've got goals in abundance throughout the team. There is more people like Ryan Kent and he's chip in a wee bit more. But if you think Aribo, Ojo, Arfield, Jack starting a new chip in for the deeper line midfield, there's goals coming from all places with captain, Barisic. There's goals throughout the Rangers side, and I think that's very important. Sometimes we are too heavily reliant on Alfredo. So it's good to share the goals out, mate. But there's goals all throughout the Rangers team, I feel. For set pieces, we're dangerous. Free kicks, also, running about the box, we're pretty dangerous. We've got 2, but Barisic and Tavernier well suited to taking a free kick. But like says Bournemouth said, Aribo who started off his Ibrox life, with a few goals. He needs to get back on the goal trail again, because that big man, I think he's absolutely fantastic. And Ryan Kent only said he was 70% the other night in his interview, and I said that night, wow, he's only 70% and he's flying the way he is now. What's he going to be like 100%? You know what I mean?
What would you be saying if you were playing against him and he was telling you he'd just done you like that and he was only 70% fit, mate? Would you chuck it?
It's soul destroying. It's soul destroying, aye. It's soul destroying.
Take your boots back here.
He done that with the big. I remember. I can't remember what it was. It was a game last season when he played, and when the right back was getting an absolute torrid time for him.
Lucic.
Is that aye? Lustig, aye. And he went off. He bottled it twice, not just once. Twice he done it. He sent a Sweden international off the park. You know what I mean? He's on your way, son. Bye bye.
He had come in knots, didn't he? Pulled his hamstring about 5 times, I think.
Aye.
I'm looking forward to Jones coming back. See, having Jones in one wing and Kent on the other, I think that'll be. They could destroy teams with Morelos through the middle. I'm in your camp, Ox, with Ojo. I'm no one for flagging Rangers players at all, but I'm glad he's not in the starting 11 today, because I just feel as if we're playing with 10 men when Ojo's on the park.
I don't know if you've noticed, I'm not a fan.
No, the boys maybe got skill. He's got the talent. He's just no cutting it. I mean, whereas maybe the same as Ajaria last year. Ojo might go into better things somewhere else, but I can't see him being with us.
I think Ajaria had more ability, if I'm being honest, but that's another story.
Ojo's he's just no show then. I thought maybe Stuart might have got a start today because it was at Ibrox.
I think he's been a bit unlucky, mate, Stuart.
I like Stuart's movement, and I thought he might have got a start because it was Ibrox. You never know. Games coming up, if we can get the early goals, we can give Kent a rest or whatever, and get Stuart on, get minutes in his legs and that and all,
Aye, well, it's all about winning. You've got to play all these games at some time. Hearts are sitting third bottom of the league with 11 points. Goal difference of -5. Conceded 20 goals this season. So we should go and win the game, but if only it was that simple, Portbearer. We've lost them. We've lost them. Bournemouth, if it was that simple, huh?
Aye, no. You say, and the Bridgeman keeps on about it every night, and the next game's the most important one. It's just about getting the 3 points. Doesn't matter if it's 1-0, 2-0, 3-0 today. It's just about getting the 3 points and move on to Wednesday. Hopefully we can get a good performance today. Maybe get a few goals, but as you say, the end of 3 points. That's it.
What's your own personal views on Kamara, mate? He's getting a lot of positive press.
I've seen that today. Do you think is that the press bumming it up before the cup final in the Aberdeen game? Or?
Don't know, mate. I don't know if how you read that. Do you read that as a positive? You've signed a player for 50,000 last January.
If it's true, then it's a great piece of business.
Or is it somebody trying to unrest one of your players?
I would go with it. I would go with unrest, because it always seems to come out when we've got big weeks, doesn't it? All these things seem to come out in big weeks. Hey, probably in the future, Ox, he will go for big money, because I think there's a right good player in him. But he's not been absolutely outstanding for us. He's been good. He's maybe a 7 out of 10 most weeks, but he has got a couple of weaknesses in his game. He's still a young player and all. He will go for big money, maybe in a few years, but just now I would probably go with it's the unrest in it and a big week for us.
Aye, there's been games where I think his ball attention's been excellent, but there's other games where he's a wee bit slack. But I suppose the trouble is it's an easy game when you're watching it, mate.
I mean, you're playing Thursday, Sunday. It's, you know what I mean? But it's it's all good. The future's looking good. A lot of players in the park. You can't argue with it. And hopefully today, it's another big 3 points again.
And for the people who's just joined us, I'll give them a team. The team is Alan McGregor in goal, James Tavernier, Connor Goldstein, Philip Hollander, Bonner Barisic, Kamara, Davis and Aribo. Midfield, Arfield, Morelos and Kent. The forward three, could be a change in that. Fotheringham, Jack, Ojo, Defoe, Flanagan, Katic and Stewart on the bench. Ford for the goal. Ryan Jack covers the midfield players. Defoe, Ojo and Stewart cover a multitude of positions, and Flanagan covers both full-backs. Katic covers the centre-backs. Strong bench as well, mate.
That is a strong bench. I'm a wee bit surprised. I thought Flanagan might have got some minutes in his legs just with big games coming up, because you're embarrassed that she had that injury before the Feyenoord game, and he just made the first game.
Well, just made it, maybe. We've been joined by Rudy.
All right, Ox.
How we doing, Rudy boy?
Not too bad at all, mate. How's
What you
yourself?
thinking of that team, mate?
Pretty. I have to say, I'm pretty happy Ojo's on the bench after his performance the other night. I thought he was an empty jersey completely, I'm sure. He's one
of my all-time favourites, as you know.
You've got a new all-time favourite there, aye. So I can perfectly understand why he's on the bench. I think Scotty Arfield needs to give us a wee bit today, and it seems like he's not got his problems to seek at the moment, but he's got to put all that aside today. 3 points is vital, Ox, isn't it? This is a huge week for us,
You know what it's like, mate. All the problems you've got, he crosses a white line. Once you start a buffet, all the problems disappear, mate.
You're right, Ox. You're right, as usual, mate. But he's got to get his head in the right place, isn't it? Today, gives a bit of a performance. I like the look of the side.
How you setting up, Rudy? How you setting up?
I think Kent will play on the left. Arfield will play sort of inside right, and get yourself a bit closer to Morelos. It's something that's worked before when Arfield's played further forward like that, But the boys in the midfield, it's like I say almost every week, Ox, I say this. You need to get a grip of the midfield first. You need to win that midfield battle. Once you've won that, that's 50% of the game for me. Then you can get yourself forward. They're going to want to impress whoever their new manager's going to be. So you get players playing for positions today with Hearts. So there's going to be a real scrap in that midfield area for me, So
I think they'll start 4-5-1 when they've not got the ball. Hearts. That's the way they try and play.
Yeah.
Ox, have they get that big Piazzu, Naismith and Walker? Is that who they've got? The forward three, is it? Aye. So Naismith and Walker will drop back, obviously.
That's how I see it for them,
I think that's a pretty good front three for them, Ox. So it is, looking at that, they've got a lot of power there, they've got a wee bit of guile, and Jamie Walker's got a fair bit of pace and stuff, you know what I mean? So that's a pretty good front three. So our defence today, the four boys at the back have got to be really on it today as well for me, You've
got to play and win the game, really. Win the football match.
Absolutely. I mean, it's, Hearts might be sitting third for the bottom, but that means nothing. Once you cross that white line, that means absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? You've got to win the right to win the game, and by that you've got to. By that I mean you've got to play. They're at Ibrox. They've got to play. They've got to get grip in the midfield right from the very start. None of this sleeping our way into the game for 20 minutes, as we sometimes tend to do. We've got to be at it right from the very start of the day, Ox.
And a total sellout, mate. People try to get tickets. People returning their tickets to the club, and there've been hundreds of people returning them because they can't make it, and they've been snapped up as quick as they're going online.
Brilliant, isn't it? The support that the Bears give the club fans just fantastic, and it makes no difference where it is. It's a sellout all the time. Did I read somewhere recently? There's like a 12,000 waiting list, a 13,000 waiting list, something like that for the season tickets.
I think 13,000, Rudy. 13,000.
That's amazing, isn't it? They could build a whole new stand, whole two stands, and they'd fill it. Mental.
And I think you said it the other night, Ox. I think was it Friday you mentioned it, or Thursday, 4 years ago. We were playing St Mirren, and they got up with 21,000, and now we've got full houses every week with 13,000 waiting list. So
phenomenal.
And you think of all the Bears that went everywhere, to your Brecons, your Raith Rovers, your Cowdenbeaths, There's no club in the world that have done it. No chance.
Yeah.
Aye, we're in a good place, but we need to keep winning these football matches, Rudy.
Well, we need to keep the momentum going, We need to keep in touch. We need to stay at the top of the league. We've got a huge game coming up in midweek, going up to Pataudry, another massive game, and you've got the cup final next week. And then, they just keep coming, don't they? I think I heard you say earlier there, Ox, we've got 4 weeks before the break. For me, if you keep picking up the 3 points in the league games, we'll win the cup final next week. I'm not asking for much. We win the cup final next week and we beat Young Boys all before the break. That's just a phenomenal 4 weeks for us if we can do that. Ox. And they've got the talent to do it. This is the thing. Steven Gerrard keeps saying they need to believe in themselves. They need to believe in their talents. And that's exactly what they need to do. You know what I mean? That's going to be a phenomenal 4 weeks if we can pull this off. It's going to be a tough 4 weeks, Ox, but it's going to be
but once we win the day and then we win on Wednesday, mate, we've only got 5 games to play,
Yeah, and it's like you keep saying, Ox, almost on a weekly basis, a couple of times a week almost, it's, the next big game's a huge game. And it is, we get this by the day, hopefully get the 3 points. It's going to be a massive 3 points. Then we head up to Pataudry. That's not going to be easy because we know what the sheep are like, how they try an extra 25-30% against us, so that's not going to be an easy game up at Pataudry. But look, the way Alfredo's playing now, he'll score against anybody, Alfredo. He's just absolutely flying just now. The defence is playing well. All right, looked a wee bit shaky in the first half there against Feyenoord, but, maybe with that second goal, you could have dealt with it a bit better. The first goal, that's going to happen. You get a deflection, it's going to happen occasionally. But for me, the team just needs to, as Steven Gerrard says, believe in themselves. They've got the talent, they've got the ability, they've got the players to do it. And the next 4 weeks is hugely important to us just now,
Bournemouth, Morelos, it's all different kinds of goals he's scoring. You think of the goal against Porto Ibrox when the ball came across him. He's got tap-ins. There's 2 brilliant headers during the week there.
He's got everything. He's got everything in his locker. But another good thing, you think if you're the Hearts defenders of the day, they're going to be going, we need to keep an eye on this boy. So there's going to be 2 and 3 guys watching Morelos for the back, which also opens up a lot of space for your Kents and your Arfields and your Evil coming through. So it's not even just his goals, it's his movement and everything that can take defenders away, which will open up the space for your Kents and your Evils and that.
I mean, if you think
the strength of the boys is unreal. The strength of the guys absolutely unreal.
His work rate, Rudy Bear, and he's turned into a team player. If you think to that pass he made, I can't remember who it was now. Oh, it was Kent. Sorry, Kent last week, last couple of minutes.
Yeah,
lovely weighted pass, goal.
He done the same thing for Stephen Davis and all, didn't he? A couple of weeks back too. Set up a nice, cutback for Stephen Davis. And this is something he seems to have added to his game, Ox, because I'm sure the Alfredo Morelos the last season would have took that on himself and had a wee goal, he's much more a team player. He's the complete all-round striker right now, Ox. He's got everything, absolutely everything you want your striker to have. He's banging in goals for fun. Let's see, on 25 goals, right? 25 goals, we're no...
I know. Rudy, he's not scored for France under 21s yet.
I suppose.
Also, you've got to remember that he's not started every game.
No, that's true as well. He hasn't much, And if you look, he scored 30 goals all season last season, and he missed. The boys were saying, all right, he missed about 10 games. I think it was Port Bear was saying he missed about 10 games last season, So there could have been another 40 goals. It could have been up to 40. There could have been another 10 goals for the boy. I mean, he's on 25 already. He's got half the mark with his national side as well now. He scored for them a couple of weeks back. He's absolutely flying. He's just got everything, absolutely everything you want your striker to have. He's got that strength where he'll battle 2 centre backs all day long, and he'll just absolutely ragdoll them. But do you know what's the thing that's really impressing me about him just now, Ox, is his attitude just now. He's got the right attitude, way better attitude than he had last season. When he got sent off at Parkhead last season, I was absolutely sick of him, to be honest. I just thought, it's just no good enough now, And had we had a decent offer for him in the summer, I would have took it, to be honest. so glad we didn't get rid of him in the summer because he's phenomenal right now.
He cracks me up, mate, with some of the faces he pulls. He really does, He really does. Anyway, gentlemen, we've reached that time in the afternoon. It's time to go and get ready for the ball game. Thanks to you boys. Thanks to Port. Thanks to Bournemouth. Thanks to yourself, Rudy. Thanks to Old School Blue, who without him we wouldn't have a show. Thanks to everybody for listening. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle, celebrating the Rangers victory. Take it away, Old School Blue.
Cheers, boys.
Yes.
The boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. We support the Glasgow Rangers, do not Ibrox is the place. And we will follow in the championship race. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. It's true, the Magic Boys in Blue are the best team in the land. You've got to queue and govern to get a ticket for the stand. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. We've spent a lot of money on great players, yes, that's true. But the Rangers fans deserve the best from the boys in royal blue. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Ago the story, it was dismal, full of gloom. Now we're building an extension for the Ibrox trophy room. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. In Europe we'll be travelling by land and sea and plain. The teddy bears have got the bears and we're on the march again.